The Red Cross deals with a lot of tragedy when helping others. What they're doing to make sure volunteers are able to deal with the trauma they see.
And Hurricane Dorian continues to track north. How Mid-American is stepping in to help with the recovery.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News This Morning.
Good Thursday morning to you. I'm Alexandria Ikomoni.
And I'm Redrick Terry. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News This Morning. Dealing with the mental and emotional distress from being on the front lines of disaster. That's what a new team for the American Red Cross that includes leaders right here from the Quad Cities is doing.
Now, the Workforce Wellness and Support Team is about a year old. 9 of the 21 mental health professionals on the virtual team work with volunteers responding to the hurricane. Local 4's Tahira Rahman has more on these efforts.
Do you have a minute to talk?
You might see Tess Shield at the scene of a disaster, but her primary job for the American Red Cross is here. Shield leads a virtual mental health team for volunteers on the ground. The program started less than a year ago after the deadly wildfires in Paradise, California.
We found that many of the responders were really going through a lot on their own.
Shield was virtually deployed for 162 days.
And that evolved into people saying, this really was great. Can you do this again?
Now, the virtual team consists of 21 professionals across the country.
You hear, certainly like overwhelming sadness.
Sandy Keller has been deployed with the Red Cross 5 times, including the Las Vegas shooting back in 2017.
I don't think I had any idea what to expect.
She says it can be hard for a volunteer to bounce back from a response, especially when it's a mass casualty.
Sometimes I think what happens is when you're there, you're just caught up. You're so incredibly busy and your adrenaline is going. It's sort of after the fact you get home and you kind of think about some of the stories or the experience in a different way.
That's why she's part of the team now.
It's very exhausting being able to console people. We're here so that people can share with us those experiences.
You have to be able to take care of yourself in order to take care of others.
Tahira Rahman reporting. The virtual mental health team also screens volunteers to decide when and where they should be deployed. And some members are on call 24/7, even when there isn't a disaster. They report data back to the national headquarters to keep information or improving volunteer experiences.
Meanwhile, the death toll from Hurricane Dorian has risen. At least 20 people are dead, and officials in the Bahamas say more are expected. The storm is slowly making its way up the southeastern U.S. coast. It's expected to bring intense winds and flooding. While Florida has been largely spared, millions from Georgia to southeastern Virginia could still feel the brunt of Dorian.
And right now, Mid-American Energy crews are on their way to North Carolina. A company spokesperson says 126 people will make the trip to help restore power where needed. Now, Duke Energy in North Carolina put out the call for help on Monday to start lining up crews willing to travel to the East Coast.
6:34. On a lighter note this morning, a unique bar crawl experience hits the Quad Cities.
The Pedal Club is a huge bike cab powered by you and 15 others and steered by a driver. Now, Local 4's Andrea Medina joined us live in Moline with more on this one-of-a-kind ride. Good morning, Andrea.
Hey guys, yeah, you guys couldn't have said it better. It's definitely a unique ride because you can drink, you can hang out with your friends, you can either take a tour of Davenport, Rock Island, Moline, and get this, you can burn calories too. I never knew that could be all possible. You can do it all at the same time. But that, my friends, is what I call a win. And we're back with Darian. He is a Vibe manager here. Now, okay, so how do you get this thing started? Is there a secret to this whole pedaling thing?
Just pedal. I think that's really where it goes. I think people don't realize that they are the power to this thing.
Yeah.
Even if we put the brake on, if everybody's pedaling, the brake doesn't necessarily fully do its job. So really the secret is pedaling and listening to your pilot.
So do you really need to have any biking experience prior to this? Because, I mean, I have been biking a little bit, so I'm hoping I can kind of steer this, but do you really need to have
no experience needed. It's pretty straightforward, just like a normal bike. I will say it does take about 8 people to pedal unless you have some real strong calves. But yeah, no, pretty straightforward.
Now, is there anything safety-wise we need to be aware of before we take on this ride?
So many things. I should have you probably sign a waiver, actually. But no, making sure you keep your butt in the seat, obviously, having on closed-toed shoes, make sure you're not leaning back. You shouldn't be touching the people that are not on the bike. You even shouldn't be touching the people on the bike if they don't want you to touch them. And just making sure that you're, holding on to this if you're going over something bumpy. There aren't any set, defined rules that we practice and preach every single day, because every ride is different.
Sure.
But just keeping in mind the environment around you and how you can best fit into that environment.
Okay, so I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Should we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
All right, so talk to me about just kind of the path. So right now we're in Moline, so talk to me about the path you would take, because this is where you guys would board, correct?
Yep, so we board at Galena Brewing. What we'll do is we'll come out of this parking lot, come down by Dead Poets, go out and take Fifth down. We'll then do a loop around the block, come back around and hit the other side of the street. And it's up to our patrons where they want to stop at different bars, things like that.
Cool. Okay, so get
ready
this
to pedal?
Running. Yeah,
Are you ready?
I'm gonna give it my best. I'm a little nervous.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. So this.
Just take the brake off.
All right, there we go.
All right.
I was about to say, I can't do this by myself, guys. Okay, we're going. I feel it a little burn in my calves. Going. Okay, so I see that there's a keg here. Do people need to bring their own drinks, or can they purchase something from here?
So nobody can purchase alcohol directly from us. One of our main goals is to really drive our customers to go to the different bars on our route. As a company, we like to drive value, and one of the ways we do that is by getting business into our local bars. That being said, if anybody wants to bring refreshments on board, be it food, water, juice of the jungle variety, whatever they want, they can bring on board.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Well, guys, I'm definitely going to need your guys' help, because this is a lot harder than I anticipated. I mean, I'm kind of getting the hang of it, but my calves are already starting to burn. So, of course, there's a lot of booking opportunities for people to take advantage of. We're going to have that on our website, ourquadcities.com. Back to you guys.
Oh, by the time Andrea gets back to the newsroom, her calves are going to be about yay big.
Yes.
Doing that whole thing by herself, that's really something.
She really does need our help, so we need to get out there soon.
We gotta go. We gotta wrap this up.
We have to go. All right, well, there's a spot where you can enjoy the spice of life in downtown Monmouth.
Yeah, Maud Speckle Bellies is a boutique that went into business 5 years ago, and one of the owners says it was an unexpected journey. Local 4's Eric Zizich has this morning's Community Spotlight.
A boutique is becoming a staple of a quaint town in Illinois.
We knew that Monmouth needed something, we just didn't know what.
Jamie Ballard is the co-owner of Maud Speckle Bellies. The business was born when she and her good friend and business partner, Aaron Elliott, entered a small business retail competition in Monmouth. At first, Ballard was hoping to simply find a way to make some extra money with her graphic design skills while at home with her kids. What happened next was a dream come true.
We had 6 days to put our business plan and our financials together, and we won. So here we are. We opened that December and right before Christmas, so it was a great time to get our doors open, and here we are almost 5 years later.
From clothes to jewelry to gifts, you'll find things you can't get anywhere else.
People want different and unique things. We don't typically reorder, so a lot of our goods come in sets of 6 as far as the clothes go. So there's only going to be 6 styles of whatever we have out there, and the whole town isn't going to be wearing the same outfit.
It's all in the name of supporting small business.
It's small town USA, and let's be real that if you don't shop local, that's why small businesses don't make it.
Then there's the name. Ballard says Elliot's late mother used to sign cards as Maud Speckle Berry. That inspired them.
She was fun, she loved life. I guess she would have absolutely loved Maud. So her husband loves to hunt, and so he's like, hey, there's a speckle belly goose. What if we call it Maud Speckle Bellies? So anyway, I incorporated the geese, so that's why they're in our logo. Just makes us think of Becky and the love that she would have had for Maud.
It's a love that Ballard wants every customer to feel when they walk into Maud Speckle Bellies.
It has been my biggest joy, just getting to meet new people and the relationships that we've made.
Eric Zizich, Local 4 News.
And a reminder to join us at 5 and 6 in the evening on Friday as we continue to shine the spotlight in Monmouth at the Warren County Prime Beef Festival. It's going to be a really fun time.
Yes.
Looking forward to that and seeing what Monmouth has to offer, including that nice shop, Mauled Speckle Bellies.
Absolutely. Got to make a trip there just for the name, just to see what all they can really offer you there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Fun.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, here today, going to be a nice, comfortable day outside, back up close to 80, but you know, it's still very fall-like outside, which means, oh man, these evenings, so nice. Temperature's nice and cool. Perfect time for the spa. Spa time forecast here by this evening. Upper 60s, lower 70s.
Perfect.
Nice.
I tell you.
Nice all around.
Very nice, thanks. We'll be right back after this.
Time now, 6:41.